welcome to Dragon Exotics, and today we'll be starting a new series on reptile care. We are going to be starting with the care of the Sulcata tortoise, also known as the African spurred tortoise. Now, as you can see, we have Fumbles here joining me, and back here we have Maverick, the kitty cat, who he likes to interrupt the shots, so I'm just going to hold him for a little bit until we get started. But our first topic today will be diet. It is definitely one of my favorite topics. Throughout the series, we'll be talking about the enclosures, lighting, substrate, everything that follows with the care of the Sulcata tortoise, including differentiating the male versus the female and how they differ in general. This little dude, we're not sure yet because, well, we don't know. He's not big enough to really see exactly, but we're gonna call him a he because he kind of acts like a he. That's what I'd say. Alright, as for the intro of this video, this guy is what we like to call a Sulcata tortoise, also known as the African spurred tortoise. Now, these guys originate in the Sahara Desert in Africa, and normally they like to eat the grasses there, the weeds, the flowers, and the cactus. So that's their general diet. Well, hi. That's their general diet in that kind of area. Now, males, as adults, they can weigh up to 200 pounds, even more. And females weigh a little bit in the 100, little more range. This guy, his name is Sinclair. We got him at the Tucson Reptile Expo in October of 2018. He is almost 2 years old, and he has grown a huge amount since we first got him. He was so tiny. He still had his little yolk sac when he was a baby. And as you can see, it's only been a little over a year, and he's ginormous. I'll post a weight at the end of the video. You'll see me weighing him. But right now he's in this tub because he likes to pee a lot. But it's good. He's hydrated. Looks good. All right. So let's see here. So their lifespan is usually anywhere from 50 to over 150 years in captivity. And this could be due just to general care of a shorter lifespan might mean that the tortoise just wasn't cared for right in its younger years, or it could have just had some internal issues, while the older ones, maybe they've grown up healthy, just hardier tortoises in general. But their lifespan can definitely vary, so if you get one of these guys, just know that they're gonna live for a very, very long time. That being said, if they live a long time, make sure that you have a family member or someone in your family that you're gonna will this tortoise to. See, Mav? You gonna behave if I let you go? Okay. Go on, dude. Go on. She's behaving. Alright, now that I've got the intro out of the way, and you guys are probably like, well, I already knew what a tortoise was. I got it. Then now we're gonna talk about the actual diet for these guys. So I like to compare these guys to iguanas, which we're gonna talk about in our next series, because you know me, I love iguanas. And alright, so we're going to be talking about their diet. So the most similar thing they have to iguanas is that they can't handle a large amount of protein. So for iguanas, they can't handle a high amount of animal protein in general, but these guys can't handle a high amount of protein in general. So whether it's from animal protein or whether it's from, I mean, they shouldn't be given animal protein in general, but whether it's from the animal protein or from regular vegetable protein and green protein, they just shouldn't have a high amount of it. Because of this just high percentage of protein, it can be dangerous for tortoises, and it actually can lead to kidney failure, carapace deformities, and even scute pyramiding, which is crazy because so many things cause scute pyramiding, and the main one for young tortoises happens to be a low amount of humidity, so you want to keep your humidity up, but we'll go into that with our enclosure part of the series. And overall, a high protein diet can kind of result in a shorter lifespan, which I don't think any of you guys want, unless you don't want to will your tortoise to someone. Okay, I don't know. All right, let's okay guys, let's head into our next segment. Fumbles is all for that. Thank you, Fumble. Thank you. Okay, so let's put together the actual diet. So their diet in captivity usually can include collard greens, a 50-50 blend, which I have right here and will show in a little bit, grass, hibiscus, the rare strawberry on occasion, which means maybe once every 2 months or so, Let's see what else. Prickly pears, Missouri diet, alfalfa, dandelion greens, watercress, mustard greens. What are you doing? Bermuda grass as an adult, mulberry leaves. There's so many things you can feed them. I'd recommend pulling up a toxic plant list or toxic anything list because they can eat so many plants. You want to make sure you're feeding them the right things with the right nutritional value. But yeah, so I'm going to show you what I prepare for him every day. Of course, it always varies. So we'll get to it and now. All right, not going to lie, totally had to cut the video so I could get some prickly pear. I forgot to grab it outside. And you know, I ordered the spineless prickly pear. I don't feel like it's spineless. I still have tiny little spines in my hands. It's not nice. It won't affect him. He's fine. They can munch straight through it, but it definitely affects the humans. So yeah, with that, let's get this cat off the table. Get the cat off the table. And let's get this thing put together. Yes, hi. Hello. This video is not all about you, Fumbles. We will be doing a bird care series, but not today, guys. Not today. Okay, so right here we do have this beautiful 50-50 blend. It's upside down. There we go. So it's a 50-50 blend. You get it at your local store. They should have it. If not, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Yes, hi. You can't, you want this? You can't have that. But basically, it has spinach and a lot of stuff like that. Organic spinach mix. There's green leaf, mizuna, green romaine. There's a bunch of stuff in it. It's a nice blend because spinach and parsley, mustard greens, they're high in calcium oxalate, which can bind the calcium channels for generally any reptile. So it's good to kind of have an even blend because you don't want to have too much of that oxalate. So right now I'm only doing the 50-50 blend. I have yet to go shopping. And so normally he'll get some collard greens for extra calcium. He'll get some mustard greens and then dandelion greens, turnip greens. Just a nice general mixture. Thank you, Fumble. You joining me? Thanks. But yeah, a general nice mixture for this beautiful food. I feed him twice a day, usually in the morning and at night, just to keep the normal routine. Okay, Fumble, great job. Just keep the normal routine. You don't want to have too much of the actual dark leaf mix in their diet because in the wild, as I said earlier, they're going to be eating weeds and grasses and just leaves in general. So you don't want to add too much. So with that being said, I have a fiber diet right here. I have about 6 pellets of the Missouri. 6 pellets of the Missouri. I kind of just spray it a little bit until just the bottom of it is damply filled. That way it's not going to have any water left over, but they're all going to soak up the moisture. So not only is he getting fiber, but he's getting water. So even though I do soak him every day and he goes in his own water bowl on his own, this is just extra hydration and it's good for him. This is the Missouri tortoise diet that I'm feeding him. You can get it on Amazon. They're big bags and not so big bags, but you'll see, I guess. I used to feed him the grassland tortoise food as well as the gourmet because it had some treats in it. But upon some further research, it kind of has more junk than actual nutritional value. So I switched over to the Missouri because it's low starch and high in fiber. So for these guys, I would say you should feed anywhere from 6 to 15 of these Missouri tortoise pellets a day, and that should be good. But yeah, you don't want to overfeed them because then that also can result in pyramiding. There's so many things that can result in pyramiding. It's crazy. But let's carry on. So while this is soaking, I'm going to put it on top once we're done. Yes, hi, this is grass. This is grass. Thank you. Thank you. Stinky, you pooped again. These animals, I do not know what I'm going to do with them. But anyways, this is untreated grass, no pesticides. You don't want any of that on there. And it's just some general grass. You can grow the African grass blend. They have seeds on Amazon. You can grow it yourself. This is just our own backyard grass. So you want to sprinkle some of that on there. Just a nice ratio. I like to use it all. There we go. because you want to have the majority of it to be grass-based kind of diet and weeds. This is some Timothy hay. You can use alfalfa, you can use some other sorts of hay, but it also does well for the diet to keep it most natural as possible. So we're gonna put some of that on there. There we go. It's beautiful. Okay, so this stuff I find it kind of dry, and I don't know. I know in the wild they like to eat it dry when it's coming out of the ground, but I feel kind of bad for them just because it is so dry, so I like to dampen it down. Just helps a little bit, so spray it down. Also extra hydration. Gotta keep these tortoises hydrated. Maybe that's why he pees a lot. And we have our gorgeous prickly pear. He does not get this all the time. I grow it myself, and yes, I had it on a paper towel. But yeah, we just got some nice chunks of prickly pear. What are you doing? Okay, so yeah, mix that into the diet. Looks beautiful. Maybe spinning around a little bit. Okay, and then, of course, he only gets these every 2 months or so. Not very often. It's one strawberry chopped up, and he generally loves them. So he's a bit crazy. Also on a paper towel. Don't you love me? Now this, he doesn't really need the extra calcium because I give him the collard greens. So they have a really high calcium ratio to begin with. But I do occasionally give him the liquid calcium just because I try to stay away from the dusted calcium. I've heard that it can cause some problems in some reptiles, so before doing more research on that, I just stick with the liquid. I don't think it's going to hurt anything if we do a couple drops on the strawberries, just because I know he's going to eat those. So we're going to get that in there. And that calcium right there. Now we have our beautiful pellets. As you can see, they went from hard to beautiful marshmallows. Okay. Gonna put that on top. Yes, one rolled away, but they're still a little bit hard, so they're nice. I'd say they're a nice texture for them. Okay, so today we got the 50-50 blend in. We had our Missouri tortoise diet, we had our strawberries, and we had some hay and some grass. So that's our general diet for today. As I said before, I like to add in a variety of greens and mix it up, but you know, it changes a bit. I like to feed him twice a day because he's a bit of a pig and he's a growing boy. Right now he's a little bit nervous. He's still getting used to this one over here. So yeah, we went to the bathroom a bit. But I want to show you this guy. Dude, you are disgusting. You are so disgusting. Yep. But okay, let's cut to the clip where I get his weight, and yeah, let's get some tortoise montage. All right, let's get this little guy's weight. Yes, he's messy. Yes, he's a dirty boy. Okay, dude, you're gonna have to just stay there. Okay, we got this, dude. Just, okay. Okay, not bad. Okay. So, as you can see, that's about his general weight, just based on what he's been weighing when it settles before. I would say he is about 1,160 grams, just about. So he's definitely growing. I believe, yeah, his general weight a while ago, just even within a couple months ago, was only like 800. So he's already grown nearly 400 grams within that time frame of a couple months. That is insane. But yeah, let's get this tortoise And with that, Sinky is attempting to eat the bowl. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked our first video of the series. And yeah, so enjoy Sinky as we finish out this video. Bye. Hello guys, welcome to Dragon Exotics, and today we will be starting a new reptile series, even though it may not look like it if you see all of these animals that I have in front of me. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna make bloopers.